Text editors on Windows are simple, right? You just open Notepad and start taking notes. On Linux distributions, it's pretty much the same if you're using the graphical text editors such as gedit or Kate if you're using GNOME or KDE respectively. But things change when you're on the Linux terminal. Here, the keyboard rules. Shortcuts, customizability, and speed are the main way which improves your workflow. This is because the developers consider that your hand should always be on your keyboard, and moving it again and again on the mouse is effectively making you type slower. Terminal text editors can be simple though. There's Nano, using which you can just edit and save files. There aren't much advanced feature in this editor. The interesting one here is Vim text editor. And yes, I know there is Emacs. There will be a video about it as well, but this video is going to be about Vim. Before we proceed, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel, and let's get started. Alright, first of all, Vim is not installed on every Linux distribution. To check if it is installed, just open a terminal window and type vim -- version. If it shows the version number, then great, but if you don't have it installed, different Linux distributions have different commands. But here are the most common ones on your screen. Alright, now that Vim is installed on your system, here is how you use it. Type vim and then write a file name. Let's say it's new.txt. One thing to note here is that Linux does not use a file convention. So adding a .txt at the end of the file does not mean anything. It's just for our understanding, or if you are doing this on a server, then it's a good practice to add a .txt at the end so that other users or administrators can understand that it is a text file. So now the file is created and it's opened, and this is the normal mode of Vim. You cannot write here. If you try to write anything, nothing will happen. This is because when you need to edit the file, you will have to go to the insert mode. This can be done by either pressing the insert key or just the I key on your keyboard. And now you can just enter whatever you want to type here. And the thing is, in order to save this file, you'll have to go back to the normal mode from the insert mode. And to do that, press the escape key on your keyboard. The thing is, this file is not saved yet. You have just changed the modes from insert mode back to normal mode, and to save the file, type the colon and W to essentially write the text to the file. One thing to note here is that pressing colon will lead you to the command mode, and W here is a command. So you are essentially typing write in the command mode. And to quit the file, you can again type :Q to quit. By the way, you can combine these two and save and exit out of the file at the same time. So what you would want to type is :WQ to write and quit. And as you can see, new.txt file has been saved. But what if you want to exit without saving a file? Although there might be less cases, this still happens. And you need to know that you can do this by typing :Q and then an exclamation mark. This means to quit without saving. So these were just the basics. Now let's talk about some of the advanced features. Alright, so here I have copied the fstab file, which is used for mounting drives on the Linux system. So to open it, again type vim fstab.txt, and then to go at the last line of this file, you have to press Shift G. That will be capital G. So if you press that, the cursor will move to the last line of the file. And to move again to the top of the file, you'll have to press GG. And it will move the cursor to the top of the file. You can see that the command is being recorded at the bottom. When I press the first G, it is shown here. And when I press the second G, the cursor moves at the top. You can also navigate around the file using the H, J, K and L keys. H moves the cursor left, L moves the cursor right, K moves the cursor top, and J moves the cursor down. So using this, you can easily go to left, right, top and bottom. If any line is broken into multiple lines, either because it is long or you have compressed the terminal size, so you can press GK to move to the top of the line, and you can press GJ to move to the bottom of the line. To jump forwards at the start of a word, you can press W on the keyboard. So W moves to the start of the next word. And to move forwards at the end of the words, you can press E. So E, it moves to the end of the next words. To move directly at the end of the line, you can press the $ symbol, which is Shift 4 on my keyboard. To move at the front of the line, you can press 0 on the keyboard. Alright, so these were the most common navigational shortcuts. There are plenty of more keybinds which you can learn with the help of man command. But let's now move to the more common operations. If you want to search anything on the whole document, just type slash. So I will search for UUID and you can see that it highlights the text which I have searched. In order to delete a line, you can press DD quickly. So if I press DD here, this will automatically delete the whole line. And to delete a word, you can quickly type DW, that is delete word. And if you only want to delete a letter, just go ahead of the letter you want to erase and then press X on your keyboard. So I can delete individual letters one by one. Copying things is called yanking and the keybind is YY. This will copy the whole line by the way. And to paste it, you can press the P key on your keyboard. So it pastes the whole line. Similarly, to copy the word, you can press YW, that is yank word, and paste it with P. This was probably more than enough guide for Vim to get you started. But I have not covered the full potential of Vim in this video, such as macros and the config files of Vim. You did learn about navigation and basic command operations such as moving around in the file and copying, pasting, as well as deleting text. If you want to know more, just check out the man page or let me know down in the comments below and I will try my best to cover it in the next video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and see you in the next one.